Hi, welcome to this week's UMIP Community Review call. We have 4 UMIPs up for review, 3 resubmissions and 1 new collateral add UMIP. I'll just bring them up now. So the first one we have is Athlete X. This has already been reviewed. Renus, I know that you've got some comments with that, and we were waiting on some feedback from that athlete.
Yes, there were several comments on GitHub that needs addressing, and I haven't seen any activity for the last week. So I think we are on the same page as last week for the status of this PR. So there were some issues with not clarifying whether or not it's supposed to support EMP contracts, or how to properly get the timestamps for the request in the query, issues like that.
Sorry, that I was distracted by somebody else joining the call. So the issues are timestamps and...
Yeah, it's mostly timestamps and fixing ancillary data fields, how they're defined, and also clarifying stance on whether or not this supports should support EMP contracts, because it was not quite clear.
Okay, excellent. Are we saying then that that's a no-go, that these are bigger issues than can be fixed in the next few days?
Well, theoretically, I would view it's possible to fix them in a couple of days. It's just a matter of whether or not they will be addressed. I think theoretically it's possible. I don't see it changing that much time, but it depends on the resources of the project team.
Sean, what's your thinking on that? A conditional go or a no-go? Sean?
Sorry, I was talking to mute. Yeah, conditional go, like Renus said, but a conditional go is really just a no-go unless something's done, right? So my answer is both no-go and conditional go.
My phone's just gone off. Sorry about that. Okay, so we've got a conditional go with 3 conditions: the timestamps of ancillary data and clarify whether it supports the EMP contract. Moving on to the next one, which is to create a new gases price identifier. That was a conditional go last week, but there was some issues to be corrected. Sean, I think you're talking to the team in that one.
Yeah, and Ross was on the call last week and we discussed with him. I actually haven't looked at the most updated one like today, but I think last week was basically the reason why they're reproposing the gas ETH and the Punky ETH identifiers are because they want to redesign them to be used with LSPs, which also means they want to use ancillary data and stop proposing identifiers, every 3 months or so, since they don't need to include the timestamp logic in the actual UMIP. I think, what were the blockers that we had left last week, Renus?
For this one, I don't think that there's only one minor issue on the Python code regarding the offset definition. I noted it in GitHub today, but I believe that can be addressed quite rapidly. There's no big deal in fixing it.
Do we have time dependencies around this UMIP?
Not sure.
Okay, there's been a couple of comments left from Ross, and it was the last one was like 34 minutes ago.
Okay,
So,
I haven't seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it does look like there's some progress being made on it. I mean, will we put it in as a conditional go? Is it in a good enough state that it can be corrected within the next few days?
Yes,
Yes.
I think so.
And the conditions are to
address the offset, timestamp offset in the script.
Is that the only condition? Because I do see that there's another large comment later.
Let me see.
Oh, that one's the timestamp. Yeah, the other one was the TWAP, I think. But is it all really part of the timestamp issue?
Yes, I think that was only for the timestamp, how to select the start in the script.
Okay, so we've got a conditional go on UMIP 463 for the gases identifier with a condition to address the offset timestamp. Now, gases and punkies are very similar. They're very similar designs. Is it essentially the same issue?
It's bit the code is different there, and there is, from my side, I see only one remaining part that could be improved. There is a linked script for the punk price evaluation, and now as they are adding variable parameter for the time window, that should be just added as a parameter for the script as well, because previously it was just hard coded. These 30 days were hard coded in the script, so that thing should be updated.
Okay, is that an optional or is it a condition on us putting it forward to a vote?
Well, it's not like, yeah, it's not like absolutely strictly required, as that's external script and anyone can develop its own method of querying. But I would rather prefer that it's done.
It's a pretty minor thing, right?
Yep.
It's just substituting hard-coded values for the variables that are passed in now.
Yep.
So Punky is a go with a recommendation to generalize variables?
Just to update the Python script included.
Update Python script.
Yes, and I think one more is just adding, changing this definition of like discussion, where the default 30 days should be like used. Currently it stands in the rational section. I believe it's more appropriate to put it in implementation.
Okay. Excellent, that's good. So those are the three resubmissions. We've also got a new UMIP, which is the add creator and completify. This is a collateral add UMIP. I saw that you've reviewed it, Renus. I think we've got in a little while in the call as well.
Yeah, hey, good day, everybody. I woke up and saw your emails, Renus. I just haven't had a chance to get onto GitHub yet today.
Yeah, mostly it's just two questions regarding the final fee amount, which should be updated to target current valuations at $1,500, and also just checking whether or not these tokens are on any other chains that are supported by UMIP, because if they are, we would better add them already rather than have separate governance for that.
I realized, I think, Comfy, I need to add the Polygon contract. So yeah.
Yeah, that would
I'll
be
get
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Super. Thanks for that. Is that a conditional go, Renus?
Yes, I think so. So conditions being updating the final fee and adding Polygon contract for Comfy token.
Adding Polygon contract. For Complify. I take it creator isn't on Polygon, do you know, in a little while?
It is on Phantom, not
Right.
Polygon.
Okay. Go. Okay. Excellent. Well, that was our 4 UMIPs for this week. With the market kind of taking a bit of a dive, should we perhaps revisit final fees at some point?
Yeah, probably like talking about it as like a general methodology, right? I don't think we should automatically reprice all of our final fees to $1,500 though, because like the reason why, Renus, I think you actually included this in a UPP, right? But like the reason why we updated to 1,500 was because of we calculated basically when it would be profitable to start filing fake disputes to gain like voting inflation rewards.
Yes,
right?
that was mostly the issue. Yeah, why it was updated. Also because the amount of price request was significantly lower, as much more can be handled by optimistic oracle instead.
Correct. And you know, with the market tanking and most of our final fees also tanking, you know, the UMA price in USD has also dropped. So like that profit has kind of dropped along with final fees.
Right. Yeah. So that there's no urgency in updating that, but still from time to time we might want just double checking if they are in line.
Agreed.
Cool. Any other issues people want to raise?
Nope, I don't think so.
Excellent. Thanks for a great call.
Thank you, Art.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Jeff.
you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Renus.
Bye.
See you.